Hello, you are watching Studio Expansion TV, bringing you more passion, more profits, and more purpose to your studio. My name is Chantel, and in today's episode, we're gonna do a bit of a quiz. We're gonna find out who is your dream student. Do you know what I see these days? And it really annoys me, to be honest. It's that there is so much generic studio marketing going on out there. There is so much of, we run fun, friendly lessons. And everyone is using the same vocabulary, everyone is using the same language to promote their studio, even though every single studio is completely different. But they're relying on this kind of more beige style of marketing where they're saying the same thing as everyone else, so everyone's on a level playing field and no one is being bold. So I want to kind of share with you some strategies today to help you be bold, not beige, in your studio marketing so that you can attract the students you want to attract. The thing is, when we rely and we fall back to those more generic ways of marketing, we put the invitation out to everyone, to all types of students, when here's the clincher. You don't want every type of student. You have a very specific skill set. You have a very specific genius and gift for getting transformation in your students. You have such incredible ability. When you get this type of student, my gosh, you can make them soar. So how about we start getting really clear on who that student is and then crafting a marketing message that sings right to the heart of that student. That is where we see the magic happen. That's when marketing becomes effortless, because we know how to communicate what we do with what they're looking for and how together we absolutely thrive. It's marketing 101. It really comes down to knowing who you are as a studio. What's important to you? What are you really passionate about giving your students? What do you stand for? How are you different from the studio down the road? And when a student comes through the door, what are they looking for? If we can articulate what they are looking for in an experience and how that beautifully combines with what's important to you, that sort of synergy is a marriage made in heaven. The thing is where, often you may have seen this yourself, when we fall back to that generic beige style of marketing, as I call it, we tend to get students who come for a few weeks and then they're out the door. It's that whole concept of the revolving door of retention. It's kind of like students come in, students go out. That is the greatest reflection we have, that the quality of our marketing is not attracting the right type of students. It literally is as simple as that. And this may sound harsh, but I want you to write this down. The quality of students you are attracting is a direct reflection of the quality of your marketing. Let me say that again for you. The quality of students you are attracting is a direct reflection of the quality of your marketing. If you want to get better quality students who stay and who spread the word about your studio and who bring a beautiful energy, then let's get your marketing elevated to a point where we attract that type of students. This is where the fun begins. So to do this with you, I've got a little bit of a quiz that's going to make it super easy for you to see exactly who your dream student is so you can start communicating with them. All right, so let's begin our little quiz here. Question number 1 is for you to think of who is the student who you have always remembered, for you was kind of the definition of a dream student. Who was that specific child or adult that you taught who you will always cherish for just being such a delight? So once you've got a really clear picture of who that person is in your mind, I want you to answer this question. I want you to describe what were the characteristics of that student. What were they like? What was important to them? What were their aspirations? What did they fear? What made their eyes light up? What challenged them? What did they really care about? I want you to really kind of look at describing that person, their characteristics, their attributes in a way, and you write it down in a paragraph, like write down who was that student? What about them was so special? And then from there, you can answer question number 3. And this is to look through the eyes of the student. So let's say her name's Katie, for example. Let's look through the eyes of Katie and go, what attracted Katie to your studio? If you were to ask her, and even if you can't at this stage, but if you were to know, and you were, asking Katie, what attracted her to your studio? What was important to you? Why did she choose your studio? And then the other question I love to ask is, what do you think made Katie stay at your studio? What kept her coming back? Because if we can answer that, we can really highlight what the value is of the experience at your studio. And by asking yourself these 3 questions, who is your dream student, what are they like, and what was important to them, we're going to get such a greater understanding of who this student is that we can then bring into that marketing. So let me give you an example about why this is so important from a marketing perspective. So let's take a hypothetical studio who's got quite, generic, bland marketing, but what they're really good at, where they really excel, is in nurturing and creating that environment where students feel supported and safe to learn and really develop that joy of learning within them. That's what they're really, really good at. But because they haven't articulated that in their marketing, they attract a student who is super ambitious, who loves performing, who just wants to be in the spotlight, and who really enjoys the challenge of achievement, who really wants to be pushed and propelled to achieve higher levels in their success. And so because they've come into the studio, it's like a mismatch. Like their expectations haven't been met. And so the student then kind of comes and is like, this is not really what I'm looking for. And so they leave. And your retention is impacted as a result. So the greatest gift that we have, and the greatest opportunity even we have as a studio owner, is to create a marketing message, create a marketing identity that truly represents your gifts as a studio, that truly represents the essence of the experience you give your students, because then you will attract the right students. And the biggest thing is, in my book, there is no such thing as competition between studios. Some studios have fantastic strengths more than others. And students will be attracted to different ones based on their needs. The more you are able to really step into what you believe in and really articulate your unique strengths, you will attract students who are looking for that. And I promise you, there are so many out there. The more you get clear on who you are and who you want to attract, we can create an incredibly concise, crystal clear marketing message that compels the dream students you've been looking for right into your studio. It starts with that sort of clarity of language and articulation of your essence. So once you've answered these questions of the quiz and you've got a better idea about who this dream student of yours is, now let's shout it from the rooftops. Let's start really singing it from the top of a hilltop. I want you to kind of really start to maximize your marketing because you've got this greater sense of clarity on who you are as a studio. So to help you, I've put together a list of 100 of the best, most proven ways to grow your studio. I've put them all into one PDF, so it's super easy for you. It's completely free, and you can download it straight away at the link below. You're gonna absolutely love it. Now, this is the secret. Know who you are, and then once you've got a better quality of marketing message, my gosh, marketing your studio becomes effortless. And students come to you because they resonate with what you're talking about. It becomes so much more fun. So in the comment section below, share with us, what do you want to be known for as a studio? What are you passionate about giving your kids and your students? And what do you do better than anyone else in your community? If you can really articulate that, you are well on the track to creating a fantastic marketing message that will attract more of your dream students. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Chantel from Studio Expansion, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you next time with more videos.